Hello dudes, Ryan Dude 5678 here, and welcome back to Super Mario Bros. Wonder Nintendo Switch 2 Edition. Guys, in the last episode, we tackled pretty much every challenge in the training course mode part of Bell Park, if that made any sense whatsoever. We did all of the challenges, besides the third and final version of the Koopalings that we unlocked at the very end. Once we completed all the challenges and we unlocked all 60, we unlocked 5-star difficulty challenges, not only for every section of the actual challenges, but we also unlocked 5-star difficulty versions of the Koopalings as well. So there's 5 flames, which indicates that the level themselves are actually going to be harder, because the levels before were 4 flames, so I'm guessing the flames are like this mode's version of difficulty. So these are basically 5-star versions, special world versions we could say, of the Koopaling boss fight levels, but the levels themselves are also going to be naturally harder because we are in small form. That is the gimmick as well, because like every challenge has a gimmick, right? Certain badges, certain gimmicks. The gimmick for the boss fights here is we are in small form. We don't have a power-up anymore, so that is essentially one hit. Like, we get hit once we're dead, right back to the start of the boss fight. So not only are we one hit, but it seems like the levels themselves and the fights themselves are also just going to be naturally even harder than they was before. So, yeah, man. I have no clue what to expect here, but I think we're just going to waste no more time and hop right in, right? I think that is the best thing we could possibly do here, and honestly, I'm not going to do what I said I was going to do and swap characters. I think I'm just going to stick with my boy Luigi from here on out. I want to give my boy, you know, time to shine, especially with these damn versions of the boss fights. I think I need my favourite character if I'm going to survive these in one piece. So, Luigi, let's do this, starting with Wendy. Yahoo! Oh man, I'm terrified, and I don't even have my boosting spin jump badge. I'm guessing I probably could have it if I maybe got one of the fusion versions, but I guess for now, as a substitute, I'll probably just use the parachute cap, I guess. I don't know how useful that's going to be for Wendy, but might as well. I could also just use no badge, which, you know what, I'm going to do that. Screw it. If it's one hit and I'm being as hard as possible, let's just use no badge. Why not? No boosts, no improvements. Let's just go in, no badge, just raw boss fight. I'm really excited to see how hard these are, because I already thought the second versions were... That was my bad. That wasn't even me just... That wasn't even the level being hard. That was just me being stupid. But... yeah, she doesn't seem that much faster. Okay, my bad. But yeah, she doesn't seem that much faster than the second version, so I'm wondering what the difference is. Because I'm guessing, given it's a 5-star difficulty, it means the level itself and the fight itself is actually harder as well. Unless it being 5 stars is just the fact that I'm small, and the level and fight itself is still just the same version from the second fight. I could see that also being the case, where like the fight itself is still the same as the second version, but it being 5 stars is because I have 1 hit point instead of the boss fight actually being cranked up in difficulty itself. But I guess we'll find out, especially with fights like Lemmy and Larry and Iggy. Iggy especially, I feel like Iggy had one of the most noticeable difficulty buffs in the second version of the fight. But yeah, man, we have 1 hit point, and I'm terrified right now. These cheeps are actually a threat to me now. Oh my god, yeah, guys. Oh, without a badge especially, we are in for some trouble here. We are in for one hell of a session right now. This is what I have been craving from Mario. This is exactly what I have been wanting. And I'm just so happy they gave this to me, man. I already liked the harder versions that we had before. But now? Like, come on, man. Like, 1-hit versions of the boss fights? 5-star difficulty? Like, come on, man. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted, man. Like, if you're going to add easy modes and assist modes to these games, give me a hard mode like this as well. Hell, I would want, like, for the next 2D Mario, I want this for the whole game. Give me a mode where I am one shot from everything. Like, even if I have a power-up, like, let's say the elephant fruit came back in the next game. Even if I have an elephant fruit equipped, make it so that I still die in one hit. Like, that is the kind of mode I want from the next 2D Mario game. Because it's like, if you're going to have easy mode, give players like me a hard mode. A one-shot mode. Just like these boss fights. Because this just proves how fun those kinds of challenges are. Like, this is what I want, man. And it is so damn fun. I might be dead. Okay, thank God the hit despawned the cheap stare. Because that would have been it. That would have been death. Just instantaneously. Okay, I think there's one more hit. Couldn't get it there, unfortunately. I thought I was going to be able to cheese it. Whoa! Oh! Okay, guys. I think we're on the last hit. Could be wrong, but I think this is it. I'm terrified for my life right now. But I should be able to... Boom, baby! Let's go! That was intense, dude. Oh my god. Okay. First one done. It took 12 minutes of recording time, but... Sure. Oh, man. I think I'm going to stick to my no badge challenge for these boss fights, just to have it be a little bit more challenging. Might as well, right? But, yeah, let's just go right ahead, man. This was definitely one of my favourite boss fights, I would say. Although, there's a lot of good ones, I don't know. I feel like Lemmy is, like, fun, for sure. But I feel like it could be a little simple in the grand scheme of things. But I guess without the elephant, this will actually be really hard, so maybe that will actually boost it in my rankings, if I'm being completely honest. Especially since, you know, one hit and it's over. Like, I can't even afford to bump into Lemmy here. And that third phase is really difficult, so I would not be surprised if this is actually one of the best boss fights to have with this little challenge. But I guess we'll see. Absolutely love this music. Oh my god. No time to jam out though. We've got to lock in. Take that. Oh god. Yeah, see what I mean? It's so much harder to bounce the bombs without the trunk. At least in my opinion. Maybe I just don't know the precise angles yet, but it definitely feels a lot harder, in my opinion. Oh god. Okay, made it out in one piece. Take that! Damn, 2 in 1 right there. That is actually kind of crazy. Missed. That's fine. Just be patient. Please! Get me out of there. Not even risking it. Perfect. Take that! Ho ho! Okay, final phase. I think. Even though it's second to last phase. Actually, yeah, we've got to go through this first, but after this, I'm pretty sure it's the last phase. So let's do it. Whoa! That is ridiculously fast. Oh my god. Chill. Oh, I'm dead! We've officially passed. Jesus Christ. We've officially passed where we died, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not on edge right now. Barely want to commentate. It took so long to get back here. Well, not so long. It took like a couple of attempts, but you know what I mean. Those attempts are pretty long. Take that. That did not count. I'm a little sad. Just get out of there. Start all over again. 5 more hits. Oh, that bounced the other one out of the way. That's a little unfortunate. Oh, God. Okay, he's doing that. Move. He's doing it multiple times. Oh, my God. I don't remember him doing that. Move. Oh, my God. I don't like being in the goddamn corner like this. I'm cornered. Take that. Let's go, baby. Let me down. Yah-ho! Man, that was tough. That was tough. Okay. And you do get more. I think you get double the water for your first clear. So if I was to replay it, I would only get 40, and that's why it says 40 on the menu. Okay. Either way, Larry, I'm really excited for this one. I'm genuinely curious as to what they could do to even make this harder. Because it feels like the second version wasn't that much harder than the first, other than the fact that the spikes around Larry were there from the start, as opposed to being on the final phase. But I'm excited to see what they do with this. Maybe it is just the one-hit thing that's making it hard. Actually, no! Because, yeah, I don't have the trunk anymore. That actually makes it a lot harder. Because it means I have way more limited options in terms of where I can even go. Okay, that might be the 5-star difficulty. As opposed to anything in the level changing. Okay. I mean, it still seems like it will be a little easy. This might be one of the easiest fights, if that is really the case. But, yeah, then you have situations like this where you're very limited on movement. Oh man, that, okay, yeah, I can definitely see the difficulty here. I mean, it's not much harder than what it already was, but like, you can definitely see how that can get difficult. Especially with those little beams getting in the way. And in situations like this, man, like, I have to go from above to even get to him. Yeah, okay, this is definitely more difficult. Not by much, obviously, but like, it's basically the circumstances of like not having the elephant that makes it hard. But still, that is a challenge I do respect, nonetheless. Either way, final phase. Where you at, Larry? There he is. Let's do it. Oh god. Okay, I need to get up on the very top. Ooh. Oh my god. I don't know if you can get crushed by the crystals if they like sandwich you, like most objects do. But I certainly don't want to find out. I can't believe I just avoided those first try. That's insane. There we go. One more hit. Get me out of the way of all the beams. I don't care. Just avoid those first and foremost, man. That is my priority with those phases. That was a dangerous jump, but I went for it and it worked. First try. Okay, so he's definitely the easiest one. At least so far. He was the other 2 times as well, but like, that fight is definitely a lot more about the aura than the, you know, difficulty. But still, that was really hard without the elephant, man, because you had to really plan out where you was going and breaking the crystals. So I actually really do like that version. I think that is definitely my favourite version. I mean, the hard versions are always going to be my favourite versions, but still, that one really worked in its favour there without the elephant. It made it a lot more interesting. I would definitely say that for sure. Either way, I'm sorry guys, my voice is starting to die. I've been recording for hours at this point. Oh, I'm sorry. We need to push through. We're so close to the end at this point. I need to power through. The lack of voice happening right now. And also, my lack of badge is definitely making this harder as well. That's something that didn't even take into account in the last one, but I also just don't have a badge, which definitely helped make it harder. Not that my badge was really that useful in that Larry fight, but still, something to point out. I don't know if this one will be too difficult with just 1 hit point. It wasn't really that hard before because of the fact I had a hit point. It was mainly, you know, enemies getting in the way. So as long as I avoid those, we should be good. And obviously the fireworks as well are a little bit annoying, but should be fine. We'll see how it goes when we reach the second phase. Because that's where things really spice up. Get me out of there. Doing a good job at avoiding these so far. But I don't want to get too cocky. Because we know what happens every time I do that on the channel, guys. I also can't take care of the fish bones anymore. That is definitely the hardest part. Because before I could just smack them out of the way with the flower pot, but now I don't have that. So now I actually have to avoid the fish bones. Oh god, wait. Oh my god, I even have to find the specific hole because that one was getting covered up by a boo. I didn't even notice that before. So I have to find the specific hole in the ship, because obviously I can't go into the one that has the boo there. Before I could probably just tank the hit and power my way through it, but like that time I literally had to find the one that was empty, otherwise it was over. That is really interesting. Okay, another phase down. I think we need one more hit, maybe two more. Oh god, I am not a fan of this. Just play it nice and patient. Okay guys, we're back to where we were before we died. At least I'm pretty sure. Let's finish this. I did find out that I could actually destroy the boos by using this little firework cannon thing. I didn't actually know I could do that before, and if I did, I forgot. So that is actually really useful to know, because at least I can get rid of the boos now if they get in the way. And I can just prioritise the fish bones and the fireworks. But yeah, one more phase, or one more hit point, whatever the hell you want to call it. Let's just try and get it over with now. Although these fireworks and boos. Oh, okay, there's one more. God, my hands are sweating, dude. Let's just get these out of the way now. Oh my god. I don't like this. Get the boos out of the way, crouch under them. Come on. Let's go, baby. Roy down. Okay, these are some hard fights, man. This is what I wanted, baby. Oh, man. Oh, that was hard. That was hard. I mean, it was mainly like playing really patient and figuring out the little patterns there, like the places I could go. Because obviously, without the flutter jump, I was very limited as to where I could actually escape to. Or at least the paths I could take weren't as easy to take, thanks to not having the flower pot. Then you just had the phases in general that were actually pretty damn hard. Either way, 3 fights to go, and of course, my favourite Koopaling is up next. I'm so excited to see what he has in store for me. Let's go! My favourite character going up against my favourite Koopaling, and the hardest version of it at that. This is what I've been waiting for. Let's do it. Oh man. Because this was one of the most noticeable difficulty spikes with the second version compared to the first. Because you had like the rooftop covered by piranha plants as well. So I'm really excited to see what they do here for the third version. I'm guessing it might just be the fact that I'm one shot that makes it harder. I don't know if there will actually be anything unique about the phases themselves, but I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye out, let me tell you that for sure. Either way. Do 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 do. I'm sorry. Okay. That was close. Take that! Yeah. Oh! Okay. It's coming from the middle. Don't know what that means for me. That is no space at all. It's fine. Oh my god, barely evaded those seeds there. That was really damn close. Do 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 do. I'm sorry. I need to pay hardcore attention. I should not be messing around. These are not the fights to get cocky in. Okay. Now they're starting to chomp their way up. This is where we got to get serious. Oh, even after goddamn big seeds as well. We've got to pay so much attention to every little nook and cranny now. Oh my god, I almost tried to jump on him there. That would have been a disaster. Okay, final phase. Oh my god, I'm like tugging at my shirt right now, dude. I'm sorry. I'm got hardcore sweating. It's actually so intense. Okay, here they come. Yeah, and the rooftop still exists. If anything, it feels closer than it was before. Get out of the way. That one's coming. Okay, so the ones that like foam green stuff at their mouths are the ones that jump. That's good to know. That's like the cue I need to pay attention for, is like the green slime coming out their mouths. I might just have to go for it. Ha! Boom, baby. Probably the easiest one, surprisingly, besides Larry. I'd say that was slightly harder than Larry, just because with Larry, the only thing that was hard is figuring out what paths I could take in the crystals. Whereas that was genuinely like hard to avoid the obstacles. So I'd say that was slightly harder than Larry, but like I would say that is a close second in terms of like the easiest fight so far. At least in my opinion. Either way, Morton and Ludwig. I'm excited to see how these ones have been spiced up. I mean, it seems like for the most part, the fights themselves are just the same as the second version. I'm not really noticing any major differences in the difficulty of like the fights themselves. It seems like the main thing that makes these 5 stars is the fact that I'm one hit and I don't have the benefits of the power-ups. But even so, man, this is still an absurd challenge. Like this one especially is going to be really hard because like I relied on the flutter jump of the flower pot to reach these areas, so without it I basically have to actually play this fight as intended. And by that I mean I have to, like, you know, actually get the blocks fully onto the platform so I can even reach the switch, which I didn't have to do before. So it's probably not going to be much harder, but it's definitely going to be a lot more of a patient game, if that makes any sense whatsoever, but you know what I mean. Sorry guys. Just gotta lock in. Yeah! Okay. Oh my god, that was close. Get me out of there. That was unbelievably close. I can't believe I even survived that and processed what just happened in front of my face. That was actually insane. Chill. Oh my god. I'm not hardcore, not even avoiding these, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, I need these to get broken. Okay, not anymore. That's fine by me. Yeah! Oh! Take that. Don't get me up there. Oh god, I'm in a pickle. I'm in a hardcore pickle. I have an idea. Go under one there, above! That is actually insane. I cannot believe that just worked. Leave a like on the video for that one, guys. I know I've begged for likes like 8 times at this point, but I can't believe that just worked. I literally timed it so that I went underneath the blocks as they were getting bounced upwards by Morton's punch. That was actually insane. That was like the only way I was escaping that little cornered situation there. I actually cannot believe that just worked. But this is what I'm really terrified about, because the ball gets way bigger here. So I need to wait for them to get double stacked before I can even make it. Was there even a way to avoid that? Okay guys, we're at the final phase. I need to remember that I need to jump. Or not jump, I need to dive under this ball. Because yeah, I can jump the first one thanks to there being 2 blocks. But immediately after this, I don't think it's possible since there's no more blocks. So I need to... But I bounce with him! Oh my god! Guys, we made it. So you can jump over it. It is just absurdly precise with 1 block. Okay. So we've made it to our new personal best. But what will that do for us in the long run? Let's just find out. Make it! It's time for the final 3 hits, guys. Do that. Huh! Oh, missed it. That really sucks. Oh god, I'm a little trapped. I don't like that. And I just got rid of my 2 platforms. That really sucks as well. Huh! Take that. 1 more hit, guys. At least I think so. If I remember the fight right. And we have basically no floor left. This is not looking good. I might have to just get the hell out of here. Honestly. And just let the platforms rebuild. Oh my god, that was way too close. That actually just put a pit in my damn stomach. Take that! Boom, baby. Morton done. That was one of the hardest ones, I would say. Just because not only is that second ball phase really damn hard to dodge with 1... whatchamacallit? With 1 block instead of 2, like with the first round. Especially when you're using no badges like me. Like, that probably would have been easy as hell if I used, like, the crouching high jump or something. But, like, I want to stick to my no badge challenge. So, that was insane. That was genuinely one of the hardest ones because of the fact I'm using no badges. But either way, this is it, guys. Almost an hour into the episode. We're 48 minutes in, just about to pass 49. And we're on the final Koopaling. This has been one hell of a ride. Especially these final versions. I can't believe these even exist. I thought the second versions were the hard versions that everyone was glazing, but nope, there's a third version where you're literally one hit and you're dead. And it seems like this might be one of the hardest ones yet, because this was already a pretty difficult one normally. So I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up being the hardest one we faced. I mean, it is the final one, so it makes sense to be, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Okay. Okay, that is completely useless, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, there we go. Take this! Oh, yeah! Sorry. Okay. This is what I'm really concerned about, the clones. The first time I've ever said that in human history, because the clones are usually a breeze in every other game, but, like, no pun intended, by the way, because the wind, haha, I'm funny. Breeze. I'm joking. But, yeah, the lightning is what I'm definitely concerned about, especially those sections where the wind changes direction midway through the phase, so you end up getting pushed back into the lightning. That is definitely going to be the thing that screws me up, in my opinion. I'm just waiting for it to happen. It's only a matter of time. Get out of there. That was way too close, man. That was absurdly close. That lightning grazed my goddamn the heel on my foot right there. Don't know if you saw that. I actually thought I got hit by it. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay. Take a deep breath, guys. It's time for the final stretch of our journey. I mean, I'm sure this probably isn't even close to the end of the actual Bell Park Let's Play. Because again, I still want to 100% at least the save file. I at least want to get all 7 medals, which involves me having to get the standees at least. But I'm guessing we might get the other medals for doing all these challenges. Like, maybe getting all 74 is what gives me that medal. I'm not too sure. We'll have to find out. But whatever the case, I at least want to 100% my save file again before we end the Let's Play, so we'll have to see what happens. But we're on the final phase, guys. Let's do this! And let's not get cocky, most importantly, because this phase is actually really hard to avoid. So I'm just going to take my sweet damn time with it and not rush a single moment. There we go. Play it nice and safe. Let's do this, Ludwig! I'm sorry. That's a Mama Luigi to you! I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. Get me out of here. Avoid that. Go! Oh my god! Oh! I cannot believe I just made that. That was insane. That was by a few frames right there. Come on, guys. Let's do this. Get up there. Just go. Boom. One more hit. I'm pretty sure it's the final hit. It's now or never, guys. I'm actually so nervous, dude. I've never had a boss fight in Mario make me feel this way. I like how I instinctively, I can't even speak English. I instinctively started praying like it was the results screen of Mario Party Jamboree. I just started praying to whoever was listening. Okay, guys, last hit again. Let's not make the same mistake. Let's just play it nice and patient and stay at the corner, because the corner is what screwed me up last time. Get out of the way. Okay. There we go. We have an opening. Go for it! Let's go, baby! Literally died on the last hit. That sucked so much, but there we go, guys. That is all 74 challenges in the training camp, as well as all the Koopaling fights, all 3 stages of each fight. Done. The easy mode versions, the medium versions, and the hard one-shot versions. That is it, to my knowledge. I don't know if we get the medal for this, like the 7th medal or what, but that's it. That should be it. And we got a hell of a lot of water. You finished them all at last, which means you get this patch. It's the Legendary Explorer. Okay, so there was a secret patch. Thanks, Flower. You're legendary members of our brigade now. We all look up to you. You can give any of the training courses a go as many times as you like. Of course, I get to replay the fights. But yeah, that is it, guys. That is the Toad Brigade training courses. 100% complete. We are a legendary explorer. And that's all the fights done. All the challenges done. All the patches. Like, oh man.
Toad Brigade training camp.
That was a blast, dude. And there's something in the mailbox, so I guess to end off the episode we can look into that and see what there is. How many did I miss? Oh my god, okay. I missed a lot, apparently. Okay. Well, sure. I mean, I guess we could. What we could do, guys, is just go from the top and just read them all. I think that might honestly be the play. Let's just read them all in, like, one episode. I mean, I guess I could probably do this at the very end of the series, but, like, screw it. I'm just going to do it here. Why not? Either way. Recruit report number 1. I've enlisted in the Toad Brigade as a recruit. I'll be using these reports to keep track of my brigade activities. I'm trying extra hard to become a fully fledged member. Number 2. My idol, Captain Toad, has assigned me the mission of going after the Koopalings. This is my chance to bloom. I'm so excited. I feel light as a petal. Don't know why I said it like that. Number 3. I'm surprised to find footprints here. From the looks of it, the Koopalings must have scattered as they made their escape. I won't be missing even the smallest clue in my hunt. I've got to prove myself somehow. Number 4. I was searching for the Koopalings, and wouldn't you know it, I found treasure instead. Of course, the badge that we unlocked. Finding treasure's plenty proof that I'm up to snuff for the brigade, right? I bet the captain will be proud of me. Number 5. I'm basically a fully fledged brigade member now. Tracking down the Koopalings will be easy peasy. I kind of lost my footing back there, but then I took to the skies just in time. I bet I looked as cool as the captain himself. I completely read that wrong, but sure. Number 6. This is bad. Really bad. The treasure. It's gone. Must have fallen out of my bag. I can't call myself a fully fledged brigade member after this kind of blunder. Guess I'm just a plain old poplin after all. Number 7. What a pain. Number 8. The treasure I thought I'd lost is back. Someone must have helped out. Well, that brought me back to reality. No more about being a fully fledged brigade member. No more talk, you know what I meant. Blah, blah, blah English. Anyway, the captain was really happy for me, and I'm in full bloom. Number 9. I found a large and fluffy cloud. I've always dreamed of walking on the clouds. The plucky looks kind of worried, and I'm not sure why. For now, I'm going to enjoy the feeling of walking on air. And I think this is the last one that we read before we unlocked all the new ones, so we're up to date at this point, I'm pretty sure. My backpack was stolen. It was carrying something of great value. My lunch. Skedaddling away with a poplin's meal was real crime. A hungry poplin shouldn't be taken lightly. And yep, here we are. Here's the new ones. I found a coin that was mysteriously glowing. It's clearly a very rare treasure. Also, this is number 11. I don't know why I forgot to say that. I intend to give it to the captain as a gift. I'm sure he'll be so pleased. And it's a goddamn poisonous coin, of course. Don't give that to the captain. Number 12. I'm taking a little break from all the mountain climbing and enjoying this yummy lunch I packed for myself. I saw a top brigade member just beyond the clouds while I was eating. I wonder how I could get over there too. Number 13. While investigating some steep, snowy mountains, I found a strange print in the snow that must be from a giant foot, and it's goddamn Captain Toad. Jesus Christ. Maybe it's from the abominable snowman. This has to be one of the greatest discoveries of all time. Sure. Number 14. I kind of overdid it on packing, and my backpack got stuck in a pipe. I can't get it out, which means I can't get me out either. I wonder how long it'll be until help arrives. The shore? The moon sure is pretty tonight. Oh, Jesus Christ, I can read. Number 15. I just saw a top brigade member fly past me with blinding speed. I wonder how anyone can move that quickly. What kind of intense training would one have to go through to do that? And it's just Yellow Toad sleeping on the goddamn zip paths. Jesus Christ. Number 16. What the hell? I love how Plucky just looks so done. Like, I would be too. I took a tumble and ended up a little buried in the sand. Did you know it's cooler under the sand than above it? Being all buried like this is pretty relaxing actually, although I'm getting kind of thirsty. And the very next panel, you're drowning yourself. Being in the desert is hard. Number 17, by the way. My throat is dry constantly, but the oasis I found fixed me up. I keep feeling like I'm hearing music, and my body started involuntarily dancing along. Number 18. I followed the sound of the music and eventually came across a stage, and it's goddamn ninja jump party, of course. As I got my bearings, I saw the person dancing front and centre was one of the top brigade members. Don't they have other things they should be doing? Number 19. A treasure I'd really worked to be... Wait, what? English. A treasure I'd really worked to find... there we go. Was robbed right out of my hands. I shouldn't have let my guard down. The early bird gets the treasure. That's what the captain always says, but does that apply to this situation? What the hell am I reading? Number 20. Well, I was chasing after the Koopalings and I ended up in a very unfamiliar place. The bottom of the fungi mines, I guess. I don't see this location marked anywhere on the brigade map I bought. Although, hang on, is this just a menu? Of course. Number 21. I keep getting the sense that I'm being watched, but it's too dark in here to see, so maybe it's nothing. Plucky's really started squawking for some reason though, and it's goddamn one of those things. Number 22. As I was fumbling around trying to find my way, a ton of little wobbly creatures started to surround me. They seemed to really take a shine to me, but I'm not one of them. I'm one of me. Sure. Number 23. I came across a flower that was blooming in a very harsh environment. I've got a lot of respect for a flower that tough. Oh, it's the talking flower, of course. I could tell he was really trying to make it work, so I helped out and gave him some water. I feel like I did a good deed. Number 24. Okay, so it's literally just the poplin going across the whole adventure, like every world. Don't know how it took me that long to process it, but sure. I was minding my own business, walking up to a cave entrance when I realised it was in fact a gaping maw. So glad I noticed before I was swallowed whole. My work is treacherous sometimes. Number 25. I spotted a rare fish earlier, so I passed the details along to a friend of mine who loves fishing. It sounds like they're planning to make the trek to Daredevil Park for some angling in the future. It's goddamn windy. Number 26. There's a lot of story, Jesus Christ. When I was unable to make it back to base on my own, everyone came together to rescue me from the mess I'd gotten myself into. I see now that having friends who will be there for you is a treasure all its own. That's true, guys. Number 27. So much fun. I'm going to do this all day. Of course. Great part of the story right there. Number 28. I grew super tall thanks to a wonder. I'm able to reach even higher heights now. Maybe the captain will be impressed. I will go back to normal at some point, right? The goddamn Plucky. Oh my god. Just giant goddamn legs. I mean, that's what all of them look like, but for some reason it looks twice as funny on the bird because he has very skinny legs. Either way, number 29. You might be wondering how I met everyone in Daredevil Park. It was all because the captain entrusted me with an errand. The fruit involved in the errand ended up getting eaten by a scary creature, but it was the captain who connected us. All of us, blah blah blah, English. I can't read, guys. You can tell I've been recording for hours. And this is the final one, I'm pretty sure. Yep, goes back to number 1. Number 30. Some of the top brigade members and I were in the middle of a survey when, poof, we were floating in space. So I'm guessing that was the Cosmic Hoppos level? This is supposed to be a reference to that, but now there's Lumas there. I wonder if there's actually Lumas in that Wonder Effect now if you play it in the Switch 2 version. That would actually be really cool if you could see like Lumas and the observatory in the background or something. That would be really cool. I might actually have to look at that in my spare time. Either way, we couldn't tell up from down, so navigating was super hard. But thanks to the guidance of some Luma Brigade members, we made it out okay. And that's the whole story, guys. That is the Brigade Board entire timeline. Just a fun little story there. All of the recruits' reports have been received. I didn't read English there, but sure. there we go, guys. That is basically everything I wanted to do in this episode. You have this guy that discusses some things, but I don't think that's too important for this anyway. Obviously, we still have a butt-ton more to unlock as well. But I don't think there's much else to do. The time we spent with our friends is invaluable. It looks like real treasure is closer than we think. That's our captain, always so inspiring. Still, I'd rather have the shiny stuff. Of course. Fantastic. Great end to the story. Goddamn toad. But yeah, there's still a lot of stuff that we haven't unlocked. I mean, it's all of the whatchamacallit, multiplayer attractions. So I guess maybe we could go explore that side of Belleville Park in the next episode. We also need 2 more band members, so we can definitely do that in the next episode as well. The next episode might just be the finale, guys. It depends how long it takes to do everything, but like, in the next episode, we really could just wrap everything up. Like, the next episode could be like a wrap-up episode, doing all the doing all the remaining things that we haven't done. Because I'm guessing maybe one of the medals on the profile, because I know the 6th one is definitely going to be just collecting Rosalina standees. There's no way they added standees for Rosalina, and that's not the standee medal that already existed, right? Because if the 5th one was the badges again, once I unlocked all of the new ones, then it only makes sense that the same would apply to the standees, right? Since that was the medal before. So I'm guessing, given the greetings are now part of this menu as well, it would make sense for that to be the final medal. But maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's something else entirely, but that's my bold prediction, just because it is an unlockable menu here. So I'm guessing completing that would be, obviously, the final medal. But that's for next time, guys. For now, that is going to do it for this episode on Mario Bros. Wonder Switch 2 Edition. Thank you all for tuning into this episode. This was by far probably my favourite episode yet to record, just because those boss fights were absolutely insane. That is exactly what I want to see in not only every 2D Mario in the future. I would love to see like hard versions of the boss fights that are in the game, but I also hope that whatever we see next in the future for 2D Mario takes inspiration from these boss fights, man, because these boss fights, I've said it 1,000 times, but I'll say it again, these are the peak of Mario boss fights for me. Like, even the 3D games, I would say these probably surpassed most of the 3D game boss fights for me, but you can't really compare them because they play so differently. But out of the 2D games especially, these are by far the best boss fights we have ever gotten. Like, they are insane. Everyone stands out so much from each other. The difficulty, especially in the later versions, was insane. The attack patterns were really just fun and unpredictable at times. I loved the amount of hit points that they took compared to the traditional 3, which is just nothing, you know. I really hope the next 2D game takes inspiration from these fights. Way more hit points, way more difficulty, maybe even multiple versions of the boss fights. Like, maybe we can unlock one-hit versions later in the game as like a bonus. I don't know, but either way, I really hope the next game takes inspiration from these fights, man, because those were a treat. But once again, guys, like I said in the previous Koopaling episode, let me know what your guys' favourite Koopaling boss fight was, especially out of these final versions with like the one-hit challenge going on. Personally, I would still say Iggy is probably my favourite. I just think that fight is really fun, having to like bounce through the piranha plants and not get hit, and then avoid the seeds so you don't get bounced back into the piranha plants. Like, that is a really fun one, man. But I also love Morton's one. Larry's is really cool. I especially love that 3rd version. It was really easy up until that 3rd version, but not having the elephant to smash through the crystals, it really adds another layer to the fight, having to like plan out where you're going to smash the crystals, because you can only do it from below or above, right, with ground pounds and jumps. So it removes an entire like direction of where you can go. You can't really go horizontally anymore right towards Larry. You kind of have to go up and down only, breaking the crystals in order to make a path to Larry. So that definitely added another like layer to that fight, no pun intended. So I would actually say maybe that's 3rd place for me now, right below Morton and Iggy. But I also really do like Lemmy as well. I think his one is simple but really fun, especially that final version. That was actually really difficult, surprisingly. But yeah, I would say number 1 is probably Iggy for me. I'm not surprised. He's my favourite Koopaling. I'm not surprised I enjoyed his the most. But I also really liked Ludwig's as well. That was actually a really fun one, especially in that final version. That was actually really difficult towards the end. So maybe that might be 3rd place, even above Larry for me. I'm not sure. Honestly, a lot of them were great. I would say Wendy's probably the only one that was like relatively weak, but that's only because it was like an introductory boss fight, so it kind of had to be a little simple. Like, it was still hard, don't get me wrong, but it was definitely still the simplest of the lot by a mile. So maybe I would say that was the weakest one, but honestly, most of the other ones were really damn strong, and even Wendy's was still strong. It was just, you know, a little basic compared to the rest, with it being the first one. But yeah, let me know what your guys' favourite Koopaling fight was out of the 7. I would say Iggy was definitely my favourite, but let me know what your guys' thoughts on that are. And I'll see you guys in the next episode when we maybe do the grand finale. I'm not too sure, because again, there's still a lot to do. We still need 2 more profile medals. I mean, the standees, you know, easy. I can just do that whenever. I just need to grind the flower coins and then I can just buy them. That's not really hard. So we basically have the 6th medal. I don't really need to worry about that. It's mainly just figuring out what the 7th one is. Like, is it the emoji reaction things, the greetings, whatever the hell you want to call them? Or is it something else? I'm guessing it's the greetings just because it's part of this menu, and a lot of the medals are stuff to do with this menu, like the badges, the standees, so it would make sense for the greetings, the new thing, to be the 7th medal. Especially since it is another unlockable. But, yeah, I think we'll probably just spend the next episode cleaning everything up, guys. Like, maybe we'll try and unlock everything else that we can possibly do in Bellabelle Park. We'll discover everything in the Attraction Central, even if we can't do everything in there, since I'm pretty sure that is just the multiplayer area. We'll at least discover everything, so it's, like, on the menu, assuming we even can without, like, friends or online or whatever. We'll complete the band. We'll maybe even decorate the area and have it looking a little nice. Maybe I'll even scan my Luigi amiibo and get some Luigi-themed stuff in here, just to represent my boy. I'm not sure. Either way, whether next episode's the grand finale or not, we'll discover that in the future. But for now, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. So, thank you dudes for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And as always, peace out.